Titans fans, last month it was all about comments, and you guys started that movement here on Tennessee Titans Today. So here in the month of June at Chat Sports, it's all about likes. We're having a competition among all of our YouTube channels, and we've got 20 or so. Most channel with most likes, hey, they're going to win the competition, and embrace competition, because you win this, you're going to be winning on the field in the fall. That's just how things work. If you love the Titans, if you're a part of the Titan Up community, hit that thumbs up icon, like this video. And with that being said, we got some fresh OTA winners and losers coming up right now. You're watching Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Let's get into some winners and losers from this second week of OTAs during the Titans offseason. More workouts taking place, so we'll go ahead, jump on in. 6 winners, 3 losers. Let's start with Robert Woods as a winner. Why is he a winner, you ask? Sure, he's not a full participant, but he's starting to do stuff, starting to move around as he continues to recover from that ACL tear, just over 6 months removed from that tear. And that's a good sign to see him out there getting some stretches in, getting some workout stuff in. Not a full participant. He's not going full throttle, but this should be trending in this direction, and maybe, just maybe, that means by the time training camp gets here, he could be a guy that's at least closer to full strength, and obviously by week 1, hopefully is ready to go. And that's important because he is your number 1 receiver on paper. 2,000-yard seasons with the Rams. Almost another one. Was on pace to get close to that again last year before the injury. You need Robert Woods to be healthy. It's important for him to be on the field, for a weapon for Ryan Tannehill, for no other reason to be the leader of that wide receiver room that, let's face it, has a lot of youth and question marks. We'll talk about Treylon Burks again later on in the show, but you need Woods to be that top guy. I'm not saying he needs to be A.J. Brown level, but he needs to be a reliable weapon on this offense. Good to see him get out there and get some work in. How confident are you in Robert Woods and his abilities to not only just get healthy, but to play well? Scale it from 1 to 100, 100 being you're incredibly optimistic, even more so than A.J. Brown, 1 being not at all. I'd be at like an 80, 85. Good player when healthy. I think he's going to be a nice piece for this offense. Let's go to Malik Willis, who started off slow in the first portion of OTAs, but he's starting to pick things up, and this is no surprise, right? Rookie quarterback learning a playbook. You're going to be up and down. You're going to have good weeks. You're going to have not so good weeks. Buzz is starting to get there, but let's be patient. Make no mistake. Ryan Tannehill's the starter this year until someone says otherwise, and quite frankly, if Willis plays this year, that means 1 or 2 things. 1, Tannehill got hurt or was just horrendous, or 2, Malik Willis was just unbelievable, and they had no choice. And, you know, I think he still has some improving to do, so I wouldn't expect that. I think more than anything, he's starting to surpass Logan Woodside and be that backup that you want him to be as a rookie. You want him to be the backup to Ryan Tannehill and be ready to go if there is an injury. But again, be patient. It's early, but the buzz, you know, it's a little palpable. Things are going well in Tennessee. All right, let's go to Dillion Radunz next, who it was not great last year, for being honest, at the offensive line position, but looks like he could be the answer at right tackle. Could be his spot to secure. He had a good week at practice. Right now, I would pencil him in as that starting right tackle, and if he can take that job, that's important, because you spent a day 2 pick on him a year ago. You want him to be a starting caliber player. Struggled as a rookie, but going from FCS to the NFL is a big jump. Now that he's got another full offseason under his belt here, as he's in the middle of this one, getting more reps there, I think that's a good sign, and he could be taking stranglehold of that position. What is the biggest need for the Titans on offense right now? If you had to go out and get a player, it's another receiver. You can make an argument for that. Offensive line, let us know in the comments. Biggest need for Tennessee offensively. Next up, Amani Hooker, as we go to the defensive side of the ball, the safety who I'm very high on. I like Amani Hooker. I think he's a good player. He's been sharp, looking like that leader that you'd like him to be on the back end of that defense that has a lot of young pieces, obviously. Through the past couple of years, he's done some good things, but you're looking for that major jump, right? 4 picks a couple of years ago, just 1 last year. You'd like to get back into that 3+ range as a free safety type or strong safety type. You can kind of play both. Him and Byard can move around there, obviously, but I like the safety combo with Byard and Hooker. The quarterback room is very young with Fulton and Farley, obviously, so you want those safeties to be leaders on this defense. I think that combination could be really good. I think it could be elite, one of the better safety tandems in the National Football League. So he's had a good week here. That's a good sign moving forward. Josh Malone, who is starting to surprise folks, the undrafted free agent. And hey, listen, what did I just say? Receiver, there's some question marks there. Maybe Josh Malone, who was a former undrafted guy, could be a guy that makes this team. He hasn't done much in the NFL through 26 career games, but he's reportedly making a lot of plays in camp. Back in 2016 at the University of Tennessee, had almost 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. So he had some ability coming out of college, has never quite put it all together. Maybe he's a sneaky contender to make this roster. Could he be a surprise 53-man roster addition? Maybe. Who knows? Wide receivers wide open after the first couple of guys. So keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on this wide receiver group as they progress through the offseason. Hit that subscribe button here at Titans today. We're closing in on 4,000 subs. If you love this team, if you want the Titans to succeed, and if you want more videos, all you got to do is subscribe right now. Let's get to 4,000 subs before training camp. All right, Austin Hooper, our last winner here, and this is important because if the wide receiver room isn't going to be as good, and let's face it, it probably won't be without A.J. Brown, you need production at tight end. You had it a few years ago with Jonnu Smith. He signed with the Patriots last year. And then now Austin Hooper comes on board. They're building good chemistry, apparently. Tannehill and Hooper, that's a good sign. He needs to be maybe your second best weapon on offense. I think Robert Woods and him need to be those proven vets that can give you 50, 60, 70, 80 catches potentially. Maybe not 80 for a guy like Hooper, but 60 I think is very doable. He needs to be that true tight end one. I think he could be a huge asset for this offense. Things didn't work out great for him in Cleveland, but he was really good for a few years in Atlanta before he got that contract with the Browns. I think he can come to Tennessee, hit that reset button a little bit. And I think Tannehill's a similar type of quarterback to Matt Ryan that likes having that safety valve, and hopefully Hooper can be that for Tannehill. All right, thoughts on the Hooper signing. Do you like it? I liked it at the time. I like it more now. Type L for like, type D for don't. Let me know down in the comments. All right, with winners in life, there are sometimes losers, and Treylon Burks still in the losers category. Listen, the conditioning is still a problem, and this happens sometimes, right? Not just for rookies, for other guys. They come into these workouts out of shape. That's reality. That's part of what these workouts are for. Now, is it the best sign that a rook is coming in 10, 15 pounds overweight? Probably not, but I'm not going to sit here and panic and freak out because Treylon Burks is a talented player. He's not going to be this super lean guy. That's not his build. Shed 10 pounds, get back into shape, you'll be fine. Just needs to hit the weight room here and get back into shape. But look, he looks a step slow, and we got to be critical in our analysis here based on what we know. But he was brought in here to be a playmaker. I still think he'll be that. Just give it some time. But for now, he's not in a spot that you would love for him to be in. Will Burks be ready for training camp? That's when things really ramp up. Y for yes and for no, because you get through OTAs, you got mandatory minicamp, and then these coaches, they don't see you for about 6 weeks, so it's on the players to stay in shape. Hopefully the answer is yes. He needs to come into camp in really good shape, and he'll have 6 weeks to work out, hit the gym, do the conditioning he needs to do, and hopefully he does those things. Aaron Brewer, who is in a competition at guard, but he's banged up right now, which means he's fallen behind a little bit there at the guard position, and that's not ideal for him, right? A lot of these fringe starter types, they need these OTA periods to prove that they can start. We'll see if he holds onto that left guard spot. It's not just going to be given to him. He's going to have to earn it. Hopefully he can get healthy very soon. And then Thomas Odukoya, the tight end UDFA, who had some buzz when they picked him up, not performing according to reports. It has not gone well for him. Been a rough go for the undrafted free agent, so we'll see what takes place in the coming practices and in the coming weeks. Still a long way to go, but he's a little buried on the depth chart right now, if I'm being completely honest. Not a good sign, He's hoping to be a practice squad type. As of now, I don't think he'd even be on the practice squad, if I'm being completely honest with you. All right, biggest loser of OTAs. Who was it? I want to know from you guys in the comment section. Is it Treylon Burks? That's where the focus is going to be. Get your votes in down below. All right, Titans fans, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon, like this video. If you love the Titans, remember competition in the month of June. So, just get in that habit. Hit that thumbs up icon when you open our videos. Only one click, and that would help us out a lot. And if you embrace competition, you'll do it as well. I'm Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. We'll see you soon here on the channel.